A little detail that is heavily underappreciated in the Lisa series is the use of nicknames. Firstly, what is a nickname? To reference its definition, it tends to be a humorous name given to someone instead of their real name. Well, it doesn't have to be humorous, but the point is the nickname can't be their real name. A very simple example of this is Rage, or Shock Lord. It's not their real name, but their wrestling name, or stage name. Some of the warlords, like Hollywood Hawk or Big Lincoln, are nicknames. They're meant to bring awe and fear to those who hear it. But let's take it further. Some of the main cast of characters use a nickname to give themselves a new identity. Dustin was a shy kid who ended up getting mutilated by Buzzo, but Rando is strong, he has a powerful army, he even wears a mask too. It's a whole new identity. Bernard lost Lisa and blamed his former teacher Brad for her death. But Buzzo is to be feared. The sad thing is though, their nicknames fail them, and that makes sense. It's just a nickname. It's not a shield. It can't protect them from their past. Buzzo becomes Bernie in his dying moments. Randall gets done for and becomes Dustin all over again around Buddy, and dies as Dustin. This ties to a big theme in Lisa. You cannot truly escape your past. Look at Brad. He tried to, and he turned into a monster. Even Buddy's name in itself is a nickname. Intentionally or not, her name being gender neutral helps to keep her secret of being the last female alive, which only makes Brad's parenting even more worse. She doesn't even have a female name. Even the only female Joy Mutant is called Sweetheart. A nickname! Think about that. The only two females who are alive left in the world of Lisa don't even have a female's name. This reminds me of Curly's wife from Of Mice and Men. She's the only main female character in that book, yet she doesn't even have a name. She's only referenced as someone else's property. What does that say about the world of Lisa? Both Buddy and Sweetheart, they are only desired by the men of the world. They are only properties to be gained. It's so fucked, man. This game is so fucked. Even in the very first game in the series, Lisa the First, we have a character named Tricky Rick. Since the game takes place in Lisa's mind, she gave him that name as a protective layer to who he really represents. Of course, it's pretty clear by his design and dialogue that it doesn't work, but it's something to cope with her trauma. Give something a different name, and maybe you'll see it differently. Unfortunately, in the end, Lisa's abuse was too much for her. Even Martin Armstrong, that miserable piece of shit, calls himself Marty. Like, yeah, that little change is supposed to make you feel better for what you did to Lisa and Brad. Martin sexually abused Lisa and abused Brad, but Marty is Buddy's lovable granddad. Go to hell. Saying all that though, it has to be said that two characters who play a very big role in the series don't have nicknames: Lisa and Brad Armstrong. For Lisa, she was a young child when she died, so she could never be gifted with a nickname. For Brad, he was called many things like Sexy Boy, but he never gave himself one. And that made sense, because he never hid from who he was. What you saw is what you get. He was an awful person who did many bad things, but he is Brad. He was a victim and abused by Martin. Brad is still his name. He killed the Randall army for his daughter. His name is Brad. To be honest, I love that. What good would a nickname be anyway? Of course, I have to mention in Joyful, he's called Dad by Buddy. And that's so emotional. So yeah, the use of nicknames is such a little detail in the series, yet in my opinion it's such a powerful thing. Personally speaking, as someone who has called themselves trans, my dead name is still a part of me. Yes, I go by Marceline, and yes, it was a name gifted to me, but who I was will never go away. Our past will always be a part of us. That's one of the big themes in Lisa the Painful. Hell, the whole series, to be honest. If we really want to get wild, we have online personas, which count as nicknames, so do we all have new identities? But that's it. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Let me know your thoughts. See ya! By the way, can we all admit that The Soup is the best nickname, baby?